Hi everyone, this is Delight coming to you again. Um, I hope you are all doing well. It has been a while. The thing was, I needed some space because I really needed to digest what was going on. And it still is quite heavy and grave for me. And I was thinking, oh, how can I deal with this? But I believe that even if it's just to help people who might be in the same situation or on the brink of coming into the same situation, my light is going a bit from light to dark. Or let me sit like this. So I want to share so that you, at least whoever, you can prepare, or maybe you can help someone else who might be on the brink of a situation like this to shield yourself, because at least that would be one plus if that is possible. So the stuff I'm talking about, I write about different stuff, sometimes motivational stuff, but these updates are going to be about issues regarding humanity, right? And I need to share those. So for me, I'm gonna use a certain structure. The main energy is the first part, and that is like a continuation of events. In my opinion, yeah, I'm sorry, people, but our humanity, the way we view each other, I believe that people look at each other and they just see games. I used to play Mario. I used to play a lot of games, but I mean games, board games, word games, computer games, those kind of games. They would make me happy. They would make me laugh. They would make me enjoy myself, and not only myself, the people I was playing with. So I had a great time. But the games I'm talking about now are games with my life, your life, destructive games, games which you might not even be able to recover from them and restart. I mean, it's not, when you play Mario, you just restart tomorrow and you continue. But these are other types of games, but I believe that they are perceived in the same way as you play Mario, Super Mario, or you play Sonic or whatever, or Call on Duty or whatever game. Shoot him dead, and the next day he just stands up and walks again. The real life is not like that, but there are people who do regard it that way. It's my perspective. That's what I believe to see. The latest changes in my life, so that's the main thing, this perspective to regard my life as a game and to continue with activities which treat my life like that. And the latest change is breadcrumbing. I'll tell you, I heard about it, but I had no idea what is breadcrumbing. I'll try and explain it to you, because I believe that breadcrumbing, what I read about it, I just looked it up, was something related to, I don't know if it's with relations or whatever, relationships, and the one person is giving the other, just feeding them little attention, just to keep somebody, hanging, or maybe increase their want or need or dependency, whatever. It's a weird, like, action between a relationship to create some form of balance. I believe, how I understood it, where you create need on the other side, right? Because if you don't give him enough attention, don't give him enough time, whatever, then that person is going to create this need and have this craving, and that would satisfy the person who is doing the breadcrumbing. And but you understand it, yeah, I don't know if that's codependency, but it creates a kind of off balance, in my opinion. But anyway, something like that. But then this breadcrumbing, which is applied to my life, is like on financial level, on work level, on each and every area in my life. So um there's being deprivation is being created, and I read the word created, to create a form of need. So that I experience need. So if you remove my funds, I am in need of funds. If you remove my ability to work or the work options I have, I'm in need of work, jobs, or even my own work. Create need. And that's a bit the same idea as the breadcrumbing in those kind of like love relationships and stuff. So, and indeed, in my life, it's being applied to my finances. So the frauding and stealing of funds, that has happened again, and now really remove everything so that you don't have any funds, your saving funds or whatever, by scheming, by fraud, by way of fraud, by means of fraud. At one point, the job, I lost my job, so now I noticed that we're in the startup and the work area. I'm noticing the same. So I'm noticing that I am applying for jobs. I'm also trying to see if I can find into other areas, things that are adjacent to the sector I worked in IT, like writing or whatever. And I noticed that, or recruitment, IT recruitment, whatever. I noticed that they or at least what is being offered to me, sometimes I get job offers, but it's either it's far very low paid, or it's not linked to what I my experiences, or even what I would want to do. And then all the applications that I do in the area where we have a lot of shortage, I get when I get an answer, it's no. So I am rejected. That's okay, but a lot of times I don't even get an answer. Lately, I'm starting to get some forms of answers. So I apply wide, because as a a business analyst or a IT professional, I have done so many things. So there are so many areas and activities that you can do, and there's also a lot that I like, and I apply all to them. Even research journalism, because I like the journalism, I like the writing, I do the research. It's analytic. And okay, no, they say no. Okay, no problem. I understand, because there are probably other profiles which fit better, so I understand that. But it's all no, and everything. What the couple things which are yes are things which I either have to travel a lot, 3 4 hours one way, or has something else. And then I think, why is that? That's a form of breadcrumbing. So it's just to steer you and guide you in a way that they can control you, right? And that's also applied on the work area. So that's one. And another one is, so I had since last year Social Security, since they fired me at my or let me go at my previous job. And that now I had a letter today. It's been stopped. So the last payout that I had was 650 euros on December the 6th, 2023. So that's another form of breadcrumbing. I have no right to Social Security. Okay. So everything is being breadcrumbed, each and every area. I'm trying to stay light about this, so I'm still smiling a bit, but you can imagine that this does not, it's not something light. What it is causing, so just some examples of, the hot stuff. It is causing a whole debt situation to arise. That's what's being created. So that's more, problems coming up behind. And next to the above, all those things that I try to have fixed, which I came out for, which they, the fraud, the blacklisting. There is so much that I wrote about, that I spoke about so often. I will tell you, not one feedback. There is absolute no communication towards me, with me. It's about me. There's being communicated about me. But there's no communication with me about this whole situation. Absolutely none. So this is also what had me a while. I had to really, because I've been so active, first trying to solve things, then trying to get them out to get the proper attention. If I shouldn't solve it, then maybe I should call on people to solve it then. And so nothing is possible, and there's no communication, but I am only noticing that my situation is getting very severe and it's getting very grave. because this situation as it is now, I have no income, and this is going to the this is the second full month that I have no income, and that income from December is actually no income. So this is not going well, and it's gonna not go it's not going to end up well in a very short time if this remains exactly like this, because nothing is really solved or picked up or addressed or discussed, not with me. So you know, I have questions. What I don't understand is the first place, you know, how one or more people can decide and team up to really illegally, without a proper um, legal, yeah, without a proper legal reason, or to, that you can prosecute someone, that you really can prosecute them, and not only prosecute them, but you can meddle in their lives and break them down. I don't understand that. I really cannot. It doesn't fit in my brain, and those are things like that I was struggling with, get it to fit in your brain, to really comprehend, like this, this is quite severe. And one that there's a person who thinks, oh, let me do that, and then just to do that, you need people to follow your lead and actually perform actions which will effectuate that, which will create the real prosecution. Because it's not only something of words, you have to do something. You have to put people on lists. You have to treat them in a certain way. You have to perform, you have to prosecute them actively. And it's being done. And it can be done without you being even indicted for anything, or everything's under the table. I don't understand that. I just cannot. It cannot land within my simple. I have a very simple, very small mind. I am no Einstein, but I cannot get this. It really brings analogies of the past, where when people were prosecuted. There are so many situations, events in the past where the same happened. And what really shocked me at one point, when I was thinking about that it always starts the same, and it always evolves the same. We're simply just repeating history, just like we did before. And that is, for me, it's a bit scary, that I want to think, whoa, wow, it that easy is just like, woo, whistle, whistle. It's just like ABC 1, 2, 3. Ooh, we're just repeating the same old, and it's not just repeating an old cycle, it's a destructive cycle. We know it. We know that it's destructive. We know it. It's not what would this cycle, how would this end? It's going to end with the destruction of people's lives. It's already happening. So I'm baffled. I'm seriously baffled. Just like you're trying to cramp a square in a circle, or it's that kind of energy it's giving me. It doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit with me, and I can't adopt something like, oh, this is reality, this is truth, if it doesn't fit. Not me. So I conclude that, well, maybe there is no conclusion yet. I mean, it's just, I have those questions, and those questions, when you think about questions, answers come, right? Not always immediately, but it just brings you to similar situations. And because in my opinion, our system seeks answers. When we have questions, our brain, our whole body, our whole system wants answers. It doesn't want to be living in uncertainty and this weirdness. And okay, let me just do it. And so, that's not how we operate. I believe that we're always looking for, okay, for stuff to make sense. Maybe that's the best word. So that's how I came to drift, I believe, towards past events, and that I saw, hey, this is great similarity, and that made a little bit sense. It's just the same stuff that's happening again. It's very important that you understand how this breadcrumbing works, because that breadcrumbing thing seems to be a very important, it plays an important role. And I believe, yeah, it all has to do with this control and power thing, but it's not just control and power. I believe it is control and power to make you or break you, show you I can break you. I can diminish you to nothing. Nobody's going to diminish me to nothing. Even if you diminish all my funds, even whatever, you're not going to diminish me to nothing. I am still here. And I am the something that I am. So whatever the perception is what the other person has. It's their perception of something or nothing. Feel free to see me as something or see me as, I don't care. I don't live with your perspective. I live with mine. And because mine is the highest and gives me the best, the most satisfaction. And that gets me through my day. If I would live with yours, I would have been dead a long time ago. So I don't live with other people's perspective. You live with your perspective. I don't care how you see me. The thing I do care about is what you do to me, because that truly affects me. That truly affects me. And then it only affects me to the point that it does something, and then I got to work around it. But know that being ignorant to this, pretending it doesn't exist, is not the solution. So you need to be aware of it, and then of course you're gonna get through. I'm gonna get through too. I'm gonna get over this. So, but it is something that, yeah, you have to accept. It's a reality, and this reality needs to be dealt with. All right, sweet people. I hope that you won't get this. I hope that it will float like that. Let it float out, but at least know that it exists. And if it ever does come in, you know what it is, and you know where they're going. So you're going to put a stop to it for yourself. Peace.